Hey there, welcome back to another episode. I'm Catherine Chong, your fertility dietitian, and today's episode, we are diving deep into a topic that's gaining serious momentum right now. Whether you are using medication like Ozempic, Wegovy, Saxenda, Receptor for weight management or PCOS, and you are also thinking to try to get pregnant, this video is for you. Because we're going to look at the current science, the fertility impact, as well as some serious nutrition risks I want you to know to safely support your body for pregnancy. So first up, what are GLP receptor agonists? So GLP receptor agonists are injectable or even now available through oral medication that mimic the glucagon-like peptide hormone, which slow down the gastric or stomach emptying, helping you to reduce your appetite and sugar craving, improve insulin secretion, as well as helps to lower down your blood sugar level. Now, they were first used for type 2 diabetes, but now they are widely prescribed to help with weight loss, especially if you are also having issues such as insulin resistance, PCOS, or weight-related infertility issue. Now, let's talk about what the latest research say. So first up, in a newly published study in 2025 found that in women with PCOS and obesity, GLP-1 therapy have been shown to help restore ovulation by improving insulin sensitivity, lowering inflammation, and reducing excess androgen. These are the hormones that are essential and often throw off the cycle balance, specifically for women with PCOS. Next, in another study, women with PCOS who took a combination of GLP drug and metformin had better pregnancy outcomes during IVF than those who took metformin alone, even when both groups lost a similar amount of weight. Now, there are also studies shows that GLP therapy also seems to help with regular periods and reduce testosterone levels. Once again, it helps to improve PCOS status. And there are even some newer studies suggest that GLP therapy could help to improve endometrial receptivity, which is the ability of your uterus lining to accept an embryo. Even though the data is still early, but definitely is an area to watch. Similar to there was one animal study shown that GLP might also even protect the egg development and supporting egg health, which is really an exciting space to watch as well. So what does this all mean? So I think the research has shown that GLP therapy can play a role in supporting fertility, especially for women suffer from PCOS or insulin issue or blood sugar issue. They are often also leads to weight management issue. However, this is just one part of the puzzle. So before we dive into what else to watch out for nutritionally, don't forget to grab your free fertility meal plan. Trying to get pregnant and want to nourish your body the right way? Our free 7-day fertility meal plan is designed to support egg health, balance hormones, and reduce inflammations using real food you will actually enjoy. Now, inside the meal plan, you will get 7 days of dietitian-approved meals, easy and delicious recipe, and done for you grocery list. It's completely free and it's a perfect first step if you are ready to take charge of your fertility journey. So grab your copy now and tap the link in the description box. Now, before we dive into the nutrition concern or nutrition risks you need to know, let's talk about the timing because this is so important. Now, if you're trying to conceive or thinking about try to get pregnant soon, make sure you check with your doctors and fertility specialists, right? Because the current advice is to stop the GLP medications at least 1 or 2 months before you start to try for a baby. That is because this drug haven't been proven safe for use during pregnancy, and they often can stay in your body system for weeks due to their long half-life, which is why quite commonly in the drugs recommendations or the safety precaution list is to recommend to have at least 1 or 2 months of watch out periods depending on which drugs you are taking. So be sure to always check with your doctors if you are trying to get pregnant, right? And that say, Ozempic babies do happen, right? So unplanned pregnancy while on GLP-1 can happen. But until then, just to be sure, always to also inform your doctors if you're someone who are trying to get pregnant, just to make sure that you get the timing right and you want to have a personalized exit strategy when to off this drug and when you start to have baby. Now, let's talk about some nutrition risks that you need to know, because as dietitians, I often see clients in my clinic as well. And yes, GLP-1 can help my clients to effectively dropping some weight, but I've seen also many women and clients unintentionally under it because their appetite has become much significant lesser, especially if they are also trying to prepare their body to get pregnant. This can lead to some significant deficiency in key nutrients such as protein, iron, vitamin B12, folate, zinc, or even omega-3, right? And these nutrients are essential, once again, is to build that foundational nutrition level to prepare your body for pregnancy, as well as to support a healthy egg development. So my advice is, even though if you're eating less, your nutrient quality still need to go up. So think about small and frequent nutrient-dense meal, but you still also want to follow the Mediterranean eating patterns, such as having your lean protein, your lean meat, eggs, fish, legumes, or tofu, and fill your plate with lots of colorful different vegetables with some good quality grain, but that can be in a much lesser amount, and you want to prioritize on healthy fats like oily fish, or the use of extra virgin olive oil, avocado, nuts, and seeds. So really, you still want to work on filling your body a good quality, nutritious meal, right? And lastly, let's talk about, folate, right? Folate is so important, especially when you're someone trying to conceive or plan to get pregnant later on. And you want to make sure that your folate status are within the normal level, at least, 1 month or 3 months even before you start to get pregnant. And how do we know? So that will often require you to speak to your doctor to get a lab test. But without the test, this is where worldwide clinical guideline would suggest you to start taking at a minimum level folic acid supplementations at between 400 to 500 microgram per day of folic acid supplementation at least a month before you try to get pregnant. That is because it's to protect or minimize the risk of neural tube defects condition, which usually detected or happen very early phase of the pregnancy. It is known as a neurospine, as well as the brain defects for the babies, right? So we can't afford to get it wrong. And some of you might also require a different doses of folic acid or a different form of folate supplements, such as activated form of folate, depending on your individual scenario, depending on your health conditions and lab work. So once again, it's so important is to have a personalized supplement plan and nutrition assessment with a fertility trained dietitian in order to help you to draw that one-on-one plan and to advise you on supplement appropriately. So here's the bottom line. GLP-1 may be a game changer for fertility, especially if you're someone trying to, improving your PCOS status, but they are still not a magic fix, right? There are still a few things that you want to take note of, especially if your end goal is to help you to prepare your body for a better chance to get pregnant. So right now, you still want to focus on a balanced, nutrient-rich meal, targeted supplements regime, and smart as well as personalized plan to know when to stop this drug and when to time your conception, right? Now, if this episode helps, please give us a thumbs up or share it with your friends, or even better, subscribe to our channel so you won't miss an episode. If you have any question, feel free to drop in the comments box below. Don't forget to grab your free meal plan. The link is in the description box. And thank you so much for watching this episode. I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye for now.